Have you ever wondered what makes an ad just stick with you? What's the difference between a good ad and a truly legendary one? Well, today we're cracking open Roy H. Williams' classic, The Wizard of Ads, to find that secret formula, the one that turns basic marketing into pure magic. Let's dive in.
So let me ask you something right off the bat. Think about your own marketing, your last ad campaign. Did it really land, or did it just sort of disappear into all the noise out there? It's a tough question, I know, but it's a really important one.
Because here's the thing Williams talks about. Your advertising doesn't have to be just another piece of content. It can actually be magical. It can turn something totally ordinary into an experience that people are captivated by, something they just can't look away from. And today, we're going to learn the spell.
So, where does all this magic come from anyway? Well, it all starts with a foundational formula, a core principle that you'll find behind pretty much all great advertising. Williams says it's all about a delicate balance. You see, so many campaigns either lean way too hard on the flashy creative side or they get totally bogged down in data and spreadsheets. But the real magic, that happens right in the sweet spot, at the intersection of art and science. Let's break that down. Think of it like this. On one side, you've got the art. That's the heart of your ad. This is where your storytelling, your creativity, and all those things that create a genuine emotional connection live. But then, on the other side, you've got the science, the brain. This is your data, your research, your strategy, all the stuff that makes sure your beautiful story actually gets to the right people and gets you real, measurable results. You really can't have one without the other.
Okay, so let's dig into that first ingredient in the wizard's potion, the art of persuasion. How do you actually get someone to stop, to listen, and more importantly, to care?
Well, according to Williams, the most powerful persuasion always does two things at once. First, it appeals to the heart. It taps into emotions, things like happiness, nostalgia, or pure inspiration. And second, it appeals to the mind, using facts and logic to build a case. The best campaigns out there, they don't pick one, they blend both of them perfectly.
And if you want a perfect example of this blend in action, you don't have to look much further than Nike's Just Do It. I mean, there's a reason it's one of the most successful campaigns in history.
The emotional punch is just massive, right? It's not really about the shoes. It's about that feeling of determination, of pushing through, of believing in yourself. That hits you right in the heart. But that incredible message is always backed up by the rational promise that Nike products are top-quality, high-performance gear that will actually help you do it. See? Heart and mind working in perfect sync.
Now, let's look at another amazing example that uses the exact same principle, but in a totally different way. Dove's Real Beauty campaign.
Here, the emotional connection is so deep. Dove tapped into this universal feeling by pushing back against impossible beauty standards and celebrating what's real and authentic. It was huge. But the rational side is still there, just woven in very subtly. The underlying message is that their products help enhance your natural beauty, not cover it up. It's just a brilliant fusion of a powerful social mission and a clear product benefit.
Okay, so mastering persuasion, that's step one. But how do you use that to build the next key ingredient, a brand that people don't just recognize, but feel a real connection to?
Williams says it all comes down to two pillars. First up is consistency. Every single thing you put out there, from a simple tweet to a massive Super Bowl ad, has to feel like it's coming from the same brand, reinforcing the same core values. And second, authenticity. You know, we live in a pretty skeptical age. People don't just buy stuff anymore. They buy into brands they feel are genuine and honest.
And if you want a masterclass in both of these things, well, we have to talk about Apple and its legendary tagline.
What makes Apple's brand so incredibly powerful is just how committed they are. For decades, every product, every ad, heck, even the feeling of unboxing something new has screamed the same core ideas: innovation, simplicity, and focusing on the user. That relentless consistency creates this authentic emotional bond that has built one of the most loyal fan bases on the entire planet. All right, let's get to the final ingredient in our magic formula, the words themselves. How do you actually write copy that grabs people, stays in their brain, and makes them want to act? Williams keeps it really simple and really powerful. Your headline, it has exactly one job: hook someone's curiosity by promising them some kind of benefit. Your tagline has to boil down your entire brand's reason for being into just a few memorable words. And the body copy?
That's not for the hard sell. That's where you build a real connection using clear, conversational stories that make your audience feel like you get them.
And you can see how powerful this is in the real world. I mean, Got Milk. It's absolute genius in its simplicity. So direct, so relatable. Or think about Volkswagen's Think Small campaign. At a time when every American car was massive, they flipped the script and defined their entire brand with just 2 words. They didn't just join the conversation. They changed it. Now that's the power of words.
So you might be wondering, is this magical formula of art, science, and storytelling still relevant in our crazy, hyper-digital world? The answer is a resounding yes. In fact, the tools are just getting more powerful.
The future is all about using new tech to make this classic formula even stronger. AI is the science part on steroids, letting us personalize the art of our stories for millions of individuals. Things like AR and VR create these incredibly immersive emotional experiences that connect with the heart in brand new ways. And ethical storytelling? That's the new authenticity, blending a powerful social message right into a brand's core.
When you boil it all down, here's the big takeaway. The technology is always going to change. We'll go from TV to TikTok to whatever comes next. But the core principles of connecting with human beings through a smart blend of artful stories and solid strategy, that magic is absolutely timeless.
Which, of course, brings us right back to you. Every single brand out there has a story just waiting to be told. The only real question left is, are you ready to use these ideas to tell yours with a little bit of magic?